Kingdom Hearts 3 came out 5 years back. God damn, I thought it was like 2 to 3 years max. And with that much time already passing after KH3's release, at least someone must have thought, well, will Kingdom Hearts 3 ever get the final mix treatment? Or even whether or not we will see a Kingdom Hearts 3.5 HD remix collection at some point. And while a lot of people are expecting to see something like that, I believe that even if we do see it at some point, we won't see it anytime soon. Let's break down why that is the case real quick. First of all, we have Square's busy release schedule in the coming years. Now, Kingdom Hearts Missing Link is on the horizon, and we know that. We'll be seeing it sometime next year. Also, correct me if I'm wrong on this one, but I believe that Square Enix has confirmed at least one more Kingdom Hearts game between Kingdom Hearts Missing Link and Kingdom Hearts 4. And with that said, I don't really see Square going out of their way to make a final mix version of Kingdom Hearts 3, let alone making something like a Kingdom Hearts 3.5 remix collection. Another big reason why I think that won't really happen is because back when Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 came out, KH2 and KH1 were basically games running at 480p, which is, let's be honest, funny for even the standards 10 years ago when we saw KH 1.5. Basically, they were made from 480p games into 1080p games, which is a huge difference. But not only that, we also got the remade version of Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, which is of course now known as Kingdom Hearts 3 Chain of Memories in that bundle, as well as in the 2.5 bundle, we got the Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Final Mix, which was essentially the PSP version, basically upscaled and ported to the PS3 back then. And of course, we can't forget the real, actual, full HD cutscenes that were made for Kingdom Hearts 3 over 2 days, as well as recoded, which were up to that point only games run on the Nintendo DS, and they didn't really have actual cutscenes, and the only form of dialogue we could see in those versions of the games is through the little text bubbles, which, let's be honest, they were shitty, okay? So even if Square made a 3.5 HD collection, it would have to be basically 4K, maybe even in 120 FPS. It would probably have to feature Kingdom Hearts Missing Link, and possibly even the game that comes after Kingdom Hearts Missing Link. And in my opinion, it just won't happen simply because the difference between 1080p and 4K is, in my opinion at least, nowhere near as big as it was between 480p and 1080p. The way that I could see this happening, however, is if for some reason KH4 got pushed back a lot, then it would make sense for Square to do something like that just in order to sort of keep the new stuff coming for us while we wait for Kingdom Hearts 4. This is also something that ties into the potential final mix version of KH3, which I briefly talked about at the beginning of the video, which again we could maybe get at some point, but I don't think that that will actually happen. And I believe that the closest we will have ever gotten to a final mix version of KH3 would probably be the Remind DLC, which came out back in 2020. But in all honesty, this is all just speculations, and who really knows what Square has in store for us, as I always say in these videos. However, with that said, now I want to hear from you guys. Do you think we will ever get a KH3 final mix version or a KH 3.5 HD remix collection? Go ahead and tell me all of your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. And before I go, if you guys are enjoying the stuff I make here on YouTube, consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video, as it really helps out since I am currently racing towards my goal of 200 subscribers before Christmas. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until the next video stream, bye bye.